All right, check 1, 2.
Back on.
Yeah, we're getting there's a word from our sponsors. So it's still the first round here, 0-0. It's 1 point Chris right now. Cugini just swung and missed. They both actually have 1 miss in this round. It's going to be wide right, I think.
Nope.
And that should do it. He's in. Ooh.
Ooh, Chris hits the Paulino. It might just be one green. So we're going to take the tape here.
One red? Cugini's doing Cugini's out here already.
Gotta watch Cuge.
He threw Polino twice in practice. They didn't let me throw Polino once.
Dang.
You literally walked around for I don't know how long.
Tension already in the air. So it looks like Chris has 1 ball. Pretty good chance to pick up 1. I mean, he has a point too, right?
Yeah, it looks like
So
a pretty good chance of 2 here.
Yeah, just get around that wall. Should run. So first blood here in the match. Chris strikes first, 2-0. Game to 16. It's basically 2 games in 1. These games to 16.
And Chris is in. Didn't come off the rail though. It's about a little over 2 feet.
It's going to be short. Let me go check. 1 red. I'll take a seat here. Come join me over here, Johnny. Nice little seat. It's going to be 1 green tucked in there. Still about 1.5 feet in between Pauline and green. Chris going to elect the roll here.
Back to your point earlier about Anthony rolling more in this tournament. I think it's because he's been rolling a lot more in his traveling tournaments, hasn't been playing the first shooter, and he's more confident
in his
rolling.
Looking like 1 green. I think this red might beat the green, but I don't know. I think you can measure anything here, right?
Yeah. Yeah, give it to me, please.
Let me go get another tape here so you guys have 2.
There's one in the back.
The good ones are probably in the back room.
Why don't you use the good one? Why did Anthony not go?
Leave that one down there.
Oh, you guys.
How many?
Just 1.
1 green.
What was it? Too green. Not what you want to see.
We'll take a small hop there.
Stop, 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 stop.
He commands it to stop. He does.
What?
It's one green.
One green.
Yeah.
Still one green, but he takes away one in the process.
It's got the right speed if it misses. Oh, I was wrong. It died up.
One.
Come on.
Worry about the red there, and it
Oh, he taps the red, but I don't think it's going to be enough to steal the
2
point.
point.
Maybe it is.
swing right there.
I think it does, actually. Here, need a tape? Use this one. Good catch, bad throw. This measurement sponsored by Bocce Bros. BocceBros.com. Check it out. What do we got, fellas?
One red.
One red, so another point for Chris here.
It was one, right?
You had one green.
Prior to
You
that.
said I just conceded, right?
No, I conceded.
Oh.
Yeah, I was measuring that second one. That would have counted.
Is it working?
Just getting better angle. What's up? How are you? I was just like zoned out at the park.
Great first ball by Chris there. Scott, looks like it might have enough legs there. It's in, according to Cugini. There's tape right there, Chris. Yeah.
Remember yesterday when you drank Mommy's coffee? Oh, God. What did you think of Mommy's coffee?
Chris takes the Polino and
Sorry, Jeff.
good spot. He landed in a good spot here. He's about 1 foot right of the Polino. He has 2 red right now.
Surprised Perry was quiet.
Good miss there, huh?
Worked out, yeah, 2 red.
Cooge analyzing back wall.
Anthony's rolling in hard on the back ball, hoping to miss the Polino and stay in. Oh, went out to the right wide. Chris, you know how I can tell if this is even working?
Oh, yeah, I mean,
The microphone? Sorry, I'll talk to you later. I'll ask Dante. I don't know if it's even...
Yeah, you can see
Oh,
here.
okay, yeah. I think Chris is in a really good shape here. He's got 1 red. Anthony has a pretty good defensive position, though. Yeah.
And we're back.
I was just asking how I know if the mics are working.
Oh, you just have to open your phone to YouTube and check. They are, though. I have I look at
Because
the comments.
I saw volume, but it must have been because I was on the court.
Oh, maybe.
I saw stuff going up and down, so that makes sense.
Oh, yeah. That's the, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's that picking it up. I didn't want to bring it inside while I was making some drinks for people. So right now, it's a red point. I think it's red point at least.
Yes, red point.
Okay.
Green has it covered up pretty well.
Oh no, Chris tried to do the opposite rail thing. It won't hurt him, but
Didn't hurt him, but
trying to be cute.
he's been watching my tapes. See what I would do here.
well, you
is
gotta
left rail.
put the English on.
Yeah, you
That's
gotta
how
put the
Dante
English.
does it.
Yeah, that's true. That's gonna be short. But the idea is late rail there. You know, try to miss that green.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, that's.
I thought right off the throw line, right on the red line or white line.
Yeah. Let's go take a seat here in our booth.
Four zero red.
John, would you mind marking the scoreboard, the actual scoreboard? I marked the online one. Chris isn't a fan, but it's not a bad ball. It's about 2 feet, maybe a little less. Just about 2 feet.
Not in a horrible spot for how skinny these courts are here, because if the rail comes into play, it's in a good blocking position.
It's gonna be 1 red. It's interesting because you call a game a little bit differently if it was a 4-person game, you know? Because everyone throws the ball differently, has different strengths. Here it's just you, so. Call the game for
Seem to
yourself.
caught the same ridge.
It's still going to be 1 red. So it looks like he's lining up here to shoot. Watch your knees here. It's dangerous to shoot here still. He hits it out though. It'll be 2 green.
2 green, and he ended up with 1 in the back.
I have 3 balls back. I'm taking a shot at either or here.
I agree.
Standing on the right side. Well, if you're watching, the left side right now. But if you're playing, it's the right side, and then try to clip either or. Maybe stick around if you hit the green. And that's what I mean by sticking around. Gotta come back in. I don't know. Do we need a tape to it?
1 red, definitely. I think.
Yeah. Yep, it's gonna be 1 red. So Chris doing exactly what I was saying before his shot there.
And with a good player or a shooter like Chris back, you definitely have to get 1 close here, because he can shoot it out at any moment, and then you can get 2, maybe 3.
Yep. 2 balls back. Shoot again. Here comes the windup, Chris. Payoff pitch. He holds on to it a little longer than usual. Still smacks it out. You can be greedy here if you wanted to be. I wouldn't. Just get your 2 points and move on.
Move on.
But it's it's up to him. I wouldn't mess around.
Yeah, I don't think I would either. I'd go in for my 2 points. It's going to be 2 right there.
So right now, 6-0. Chris is up. He's on a tear right now.
Chris coming off hot here on the CIC courts as his team won the fall championship
Oh yeah.
last Wednesday.
Think
was it?
about that. Yeah, you think about that. It's gonna be a good ball. This is where, see, typically he would shoot, but he's not. And I think it was the right call in this situation because he slides in for point, covers up Paulino.
Great
There's still
ball.
about 3 inches, let's call it 2-3 inches between the Paulino and the point green.
How you doing, Jim? We're live on the...
Oh, okay.
You're in the announcer's booth, Jim.
You're in
You
the
know,
announcer's booth.
my claim to fame, 2003, I joined the club, and they had a team.
Hey,
From the CIC.
interview him. Like, take it off and use it as a mic to him.
Oh,
So this is tell people who's talking
Jim,
right now.
when did you join the club? Tell them what you were telling us.
I rejoined in 2000.
Put it up.
I rejoined in 2003, in the Columbus Italian Festival. They had a team that the club put together with the best players, and we put a second team together. First year I played bocce, we went down. We won every game. We played losers, or the winners of the loser bracket, which was the Cugini family, and we beat them.
Oh, really?
My claim to fame.
You beat the Cuginis?
Yes,
That's
at the
big time.
Italian
I'm
Festival.
gonna get you set up. Okay, now you are now guest commentating this game with John Panico. So you guys are you're in the booth.
We're in the booth.
So you beat the Cuginis. Was this before Anthony or?
Anthony was there, his grandfather was there, Anthony was young, his dad. And the CIC Premier team, they lost their first game and never made it to the end. We won every game.
Sometimes that happens in tournaments. You know,
Yeah.
the favorites come in and
And it's funny,
they're, you know, they don't gel because they picked a bunch of star players, or
And they
or
didn't.
just that day weren't playing well. Can happen. That's where the consistent teams come in and win all these tournaments because they've gelled and come together and know each other's weaknesses and strengths.
it's just like just like anything. Hockey, when you get to the playoffs, that's when you want to gel. Same with baseball, World Series playoffs. It's funny. Our final game we played, and I think we only had a porch light on the house next to the courts to see. Nobody could see when you threw the ball.
So Anthony scored his first point. It is now 1-6. Chris leads Anthony. This is to go to the finals of the KOC King of Court tournament at the Columbus Italian Club. So Jim, when you first joined, the courts these run north and south, which is the right way.
Right.
But they used to run.
I joined in '78 and dropped out in '81. And when I came back in 2003, the courts were the way they were, but they told me because they didn't have the clubhouse till '86, they used to run east and west.
Right, and then we only had two at
Two
that time.
courts, yes.
But the issue was whoever was standing, we play in the evening, so whoever was standing on the east side would get the sun.
Absolutely.
All right, so it looks like red is about maybe 3 feet out. Anthony's throw. Looks like his approach is to maybe do a 2-wall here. Oh no, he's going straight in, and that should do it. Point.
I think green has it. Yeah, it's funny when I'm on the membership committee for CIC several years ago, Anthony came to be interviewed, and I looked at him and I said, I know you. Italian Festival every year, your team is always there. He's a good player.
Funny enough, I've only sponsored 3 members to the club, and they're all Cuginis.
Well, you sponsored 3 good ones. All 3 of them are great. My wife and I feel like they're our family. And you're good too, my friend,
Well, thank you.
Mr. President.
Well, you're the former president.
Former.
So you paved the path that I'm at now. And Chris with a great ball. Looks like
Oh.
he has 3 red. That was
I don't
that
know
was
what
the
Cugini
best
does
case
now. Do you think
scenario
he's gonna
for his
shoot?
throw there.
Try to break them all up or not?
I don't know. He could try. He's up 1 ball. So he's got to go look at this, because if he comes off the rail, you're probably going to push the reds in. If he kind of takes a pizzle shot at that red on the left, it might shoot it out, or if he misses, he comes off the back wall and comes in. But at the same time, he might hit the Polino. And
Yeah, if he hits that, it's going to knock it,
The thing
well,
is-
whichever way.
The thing is, he's up a ball. The situation can't get worse because he has 3 red right now. So, I don't know. You either roll in here, try to get point, or you take a shot. I would roll in. And it looks like that's what Anthony's doing. He's coming in off the rail. And, let's see here.
Who's in?
1 green. It worked out. The bocce gods looked down and smiled on
Yes, they
Anthony
did.
there. But that was part of his strategy. He knew that he had a better opportunity rolling in off the rail there.
You called that shot, John.
All right, and Anthony has another ball, but he has to think about if he rolls in and he pushes that Polino, he could make it 3, I don't think 4, but possibly 4 red. So,
What would you do? Take a soft shot and try to get one close, or throw off
it is early enough in the game, so I'd come off the rail in at it.
like he did last
You
time?
might hit the green end, or you might park it perfectly.
You called it. Not hard enough. Maybe. That's good. He's got 2.
Great ball by Anthony.
Great
He's got
ball,
2
Anthony.
points. 6-3. Chris leads Anthony.
Well, it's tough. It's tough when you played the first game. You had to win 4 games to win it all, because you had to win your game against Chris, win this one against Anthony, then beat Dante twice, right?
Oh, tonight? Yeah. Well, Chris is any of these remaining players, if you mess up, they're going to capitalize. And I didn't stick to my strength, which was rolling straight in. I was trying to use the rail more.
Rail.
And I messed up at the beginning there. And with a great player like Chris, he's going to capitalize. He ended up getting 4 points next round. Same thing, 2 points, all from my rail issues.
Did you think the rails were dead, or you just weren't playing them right?
Oh, I just wasn't throwing them hard enough. But yeah, came back and 16-11 on that game. But for those of you that don't know, Chris is the defending King of the Court champion here at the Columbus
Yes.
Italian Club.
Now, he won Wednesday night, too, the Fall League, correct?
Right, yes. He's doing he's on an upswing here at the CIC currently. And to say that is funny because he's one of the best players here.
You're no slouch, so I look at the 4 players that are playing tonight, and I think it's the 4 best players we have. You, the 2 Lovells, and Anthony.
I'd agree. I think it's because we're the only players that are committed to travel up to the Mecca, Reds End, up to the Mecca of bocce, which is Northeast Ohio.
Yes.
So just by us doing that, we've learned a lot. picked up the strategy. One of the reasons we started the King of the Court here was we all realized for us to get better, because we can't travel, we don't have the best courts in Columbus, we don't have an area to play all the time, we need better competition. And so we figured if we have a tournament, a singles tournament, people will get better by doing this. And you can definitely tell everyone at the club has gotten drastically better because they're here practicing, playing to get ready for the King of the Court. For me, I'm a pointer, but my shooting has gotten so much better just from this tournament.
You've gotten a lot better shooting the Pauline the last couple years. You know what I mean? With throwing it hard and knocking the Pauline out or the ball.
Oh yeah,
close
definitely.
to it. You practiced that a lot the last couple of years. You're very good at that. Who do you think has the better courts in Columbus? Us or what's the other club?
Brucey Club?
Brucey Club. You like theirs, or theirs in good shape? They're covered, right?
Well, I look at courts in their category. Like, these are outdoor, no roof. I think they're one of the best outdoor courts there are. You're open to the elements. You have the freeze thaw in the winter. They're thinner than most Northeast Ohio courts. We have 8-foot courts here. The Brucey Club also has 8-foot courts, but they're very, very long. Personally, I like these more, just because they have a Brucey Club has the the landscaping limestone, not the 703, so they're a lot softer. So they take shooting out of the game, really, for how long they are.
Well, the oyster shells have really, really helped these drain being outside. And I'll tell you, the last couple of weeks of the fall league, they were excellent shape, fast.
But I'm biased when it comes to that. Every court there is has their positives and their negatives.
I went, we haven't done it for a couple of years. Last year we had our CIC Youngstown trip. I was a little bit, I got up there and I'm looking at those courts, and they were longer and they were wider, and it kind of throws your game when you're used to banking.
Right, yeah. They have, I think they have, I'm not positive what they are at the MVR is where we play for that.
Right.
But I think they're around 60 or 65 long and about, I think they're 16 wide maybe, or 14 to 16. They're pretty wide.
They are very wide.
They might even be longer than 16. I can't remember, but they are wide courts. But that's what I like about bocce is you play on everyone's playing on the same court.
A fucking course.
We'll go to a commercial about the language.
All right, so we have Chris with 2 balls left, Anthony with 2 balls left in this frame, 1 point green. Chris is rolling in and kind of broke out at the end there. If it would have hugged, it would have been a much better ball, so let's see what happens here. He ended up getting point.
Now, you guys played in a tournament up in Cleveland this year, didn't you?
Yeah, we played a multiple up there. Anthony with good speed here. If he misses the red, nope, a little early on the rail. A little early on the rail.
That's here.
Anthony rolling in. Looks like a little bit later spot, so it should work. It might be two green. We'll have to
Dante,
wait and
is that
see.
2 or 1? 1 red, or excuse me, 1 green.
1 green. Chris shooting for 1, maybe 2.
Oh.
Missed. 1 green.
Yep.
Oh. Came back in. That's not a. So the back walls here at the CIC, we have new swinging back walls, so that is a rarity to see it bounce back in like that now.
Absolutely.
It's because we are waiting till spring to put on the proper chains for the back. We have little brackets in the corner, so if you hit it just right in the corner, it has to be the perfect spot. It will come back about 5 feet. But anywhere else, it's coming back.
I was amazed
foot
it
at
came back
most.
that far, aren't you?